all your interests are aligned. Because if you fool me once, shame on me. If you fool me twice, shame on you.
Yes, that's why I'm developing
a political.
And I'm happy. In fact, this is God sent. I have 2 years. I have time to craft a very serious political party. And by the way, I do admire Raila Odinga and ODM. We may have had problems with Raila Odinga, but give it to him. He crafted a very serious political machine that has been there for 20 years. Again, the quality of leaders that are elected at the ODM is admirable. In fact, I will be going to ODM for benchmarking. I must talk to Raila Odinga. I must ask him, Mzee, how did you craft this machine? How have you kept it going for 20 years? You know, ODM is admirable. So I have 2 years to craft a very serious political machine. I'll make sure that in whatever coalition we go with whoever, our interests are well anchored through a watertight agreement so that again nobody will ever deceive us. Okay. We are all feeling very foolish as a people. In fact, one of the burden that I carry that is very heavy on me, that sometimes weighs me down, is just how foolish I feel at times. That I was deceived by Ruto because he was a Christian, he came with the Bible, I believed him. I never even asked we sign anything. I was so naive, I was so trusting. I sometimes it weighs me down, I cry at night. How foolish would I have been? And I'm a student of political science. But we say once bitten, twice shy. This time we'll be careful. I have very serious elders who advise me. I have very serious former civil servants who advise me. I have professionals, I take advice because I made wrong decisions and I sank my people into shame. I sank my people into desperation. God giving me another chance. I will not repeat that mistake. It's a commitment that I've given to my people that I'll be very, very careful. In whatever arrangement I get into, it must be watertight. I must have very proper professional advice by lawyers, by people who have been in politics. Okay. And that consultation is going on day and night. You know, I sleep past midnight every day. I consult and I'll continue consulting. And from next week now, I'm consulting other regions because we want to work with the people of Kenya. Forget about what people say that I'm tribal. You know, Roger, you know Rogers, eh?
Don't say politics is local.
Politics is local. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. How do you go to organize your neighbor's house when yours is in disorder? You first organize your house, your wife, your children, you make sure you are talking the same language, then you go and visit the neighbor. But you cannot leave your house, your wife is sleeping in a different bedroom, your children are not talking to each other, then you are going to the neighbor to tell them how they should stay together as a family. So I needed first to put my house in order. That's what a clever politician does. And I have done that successfully. Okay. Now that I have completed the unity of my people, and by the way, the president tried to divide Mount Kenya East and West. I stopped him and I will never allow him. It will never happen. And that is why Embu is a no-go zone for him. And that is Mount Kenya East. You know, he sends condolence messages there, they are rejected. And that is Mount Kenya East because the mountain people are clever and they know their strength is their unity. So now that I have more or less completed 98% uniting my people to speak the same language, to have a single political party that is strong, now we are reaching out to other Kenyans, like-minded Kenyans, so that we can work together.
Do you think you will shake off that regional tag, that tribalist tag?
I don't need to shake it because it's not a bad tag. It's an identity. I'm Kikuyu, so but I did not apply to be born a Kikuyu. I did not apply to be born a Kikuyu. There is no crime I've committed by being Kikuyu. And there's no crime I'll commit by loving my people. There's no crime I'll commit by asking our people that we be united, because that's what all other people are doing. But it is only bad when it's done by the mountaineers. But when the Western people come together, that is regional integration.
But to those who question your ability to rise above regional politics, to lead a country from a national point of view, not a regional point of view, what do you tell them?
Rogers, I want to ask you, when I called a press conference in Mombasa to divert the Gen Z when William Ruto and the government were killing them, those Gen Z, were they Kikuyu? They were the children of Kenya. That is nationalism. When I was deputy president, I made sure that people of northeastern Kenya, nobody died from hunger. I have been to Mandera, to Wajir, to Garissa, distributing food, making sure the people of those regions are secure. When I defend the payslip holders, you know the payslip holders, their payslips have been impeached by William Ruto. They are very helpless. Their purchasing power has been eroded, and that is why the economy is crumbling. Because when you erode the payslip, that's the middle class, you diminish their purchasing power, then nothing goes on. There's no money in circulation. And I am saying we must form a government to rescue the payslip. We must dignify the payslip. And when we form the new government, one of the things that we must do, and whoever wants to be in coalition with me and my people, one of the things we must agree is that we must do away with housing levy, because it's not the business of government to build houses. It's a business of government to build roads, to provide water, electricity connectivity, to make sure there is a good working health system, to ensure people have security. That's the work of government. So these are some of the things we are going to do. So when I talk about the payslip holders, are those Kikuyus? They are the people of Kenya. My national credentials are good. It is only that President William Ruto has tried to create a narrative to kill my brand by branding me as tribal. Yet when I was supporting him, when I was mobilizing the Gema nation to support him, he used to call me all sorts of good names. He was fond of me. He would say how good I am, how people-centered I am. It's only when we don't agree, he says I'm a tribalist. This tribal tag that people try to put to me is a creation of William Ruto. Just the way he convinced us that Raila is a witch doctor. He's a lot of poverty. Now that they are with Raila, he has now zeroed in on Rigathi Gachagua as a tribalist. He says I'm primitive, I'm retrogressive, I'm incompetent. He is very good with words, and he is very persuasive. He's very abusive. You remember the abuses he gave against William Ruto. Those are the same now abuses he is targeting me. Every election he must have a target. Last election, the object of hatred created by William Ruto was Raila Odinga. He is a witch doctor. He doesn't go to church. He is the Lord of poverty. He is clueless. He has no plan. Now, this coming election of 2027, the whole game plan is Rigathi Gachagua. He's a tribalist, who ni mtu wa shares, huyu wa nini. But people are also very intelligent. People are very intelligent, and they know now what they can trust and what they cannot trust. You can fool some people sometime,
but not all the people.
But you cannot fool all the people all the time. People have known William Ruto now. He's been unmasked. Those insults he gives against people, nobody now can believe him, because he's the one who told us Raila is a witch doctor. Today, 2 years down the line, he is saying Raila is the best man in Africa. So whatever he says now has no value. If in unfortunate event, God forbid, I went back to William Ruto and we patched up, he would now say Rigathi Gachagua is a nationalist. And now he's saying today I'm tribal. I am not tribal. That is a tag that William Ruto has tried to put on me. And in the fullness of time, the people of Kenya will know who Rigathi Gachagua is. They will know what I believe in. And many people, by the way, believe me because I'm truthful. In difficult circumstances, when this country was burning, when the president said Gen Zs are criminals, is Rigathi Gachagua who called a press conference and said, no, these are our children. They are our sons and daughters. And they should not be killed. They should not be abducted. They should be listened to.
Since we have adequate time till 11 p.m., I just want to take you back to your sentiments about Raila Odinga. Because in the event you choose to support Raila Odinga, what makes you